The news out of the New York Jets is that Zach Wilson is going to be the starting quarterback after Mike White was ruled out after he did not clear the medical doctor's opinions that he would be able to play in this game. So we did not get medical clearance for this game. Mike White did not, and against the Detroit Lions. And so the Jets are rolling forward with Zach Wilson and not Joe Flacco as their starting quarterback. If it was Joe Flacco, I would have some more optimism. But with Zach Wilson, right, Zach Wilson, 22nd of 33 qualified quarterbacks with at least 200 dropbacks in yards per attempt. He was 31st out of 33 quarterbacks in big-time throw rate, 32nd in adjusted completion percentage, and 33rd out of all 33 quarterbacks in NFL passer rating, PFF passer grade, and completion percentage. He also has thrown for the fewest touchdowns among quarterbacks with 200 or more dropbacks. This is an avoid. Even though it's the Detroit Lions and the Lions give up the most quarterback fantasy points, it's still not a great, it may be a good opportunity and it may be a good matchup, but the talent is not there for Zach Wilson. The reason, Zach Wilson lost his job to Mike White. Let's not put two ways about it, okay? Zach Wilson is a bust, is a bad player, and no matter what Robert Saleh says, we cannot have faith that Zach Wilson is going to be a fantasy asset for us in our championship week. If you're in a super flex league, I hope you fired up like Brock Purdy or Geno Smith in your super flex. He would be an obvious play over your Zach Wilson, but you might be in dire straits because you were banking on Mike White, who I had as my quarterback 8. I was extremely bullish on Mike White, but we'll never know how he would do against the Detroit Lions. So, this is bad news for Garrett Wilson. This is bad news for Elijah Moore. This is bad news for Tyler Conklin. This is bad news for everybody involved except maybe Zonovan Knight. But Zonovan Knight, the running back for the Jets, I project he's going to lead the backfield. The Lions have been one of the most difficult running back matchups over the past few weeks. They've really held running backs, the lead running back, to less than 90 rushing yards each of the last 6 games. They've been an absolute wall defensively against running backs. And so, you're going to probably start Zonovan Knight as like a back-end running back too. I think I have Zonovan Knight somewhere between 18 and 22. I don't have the rankings right in front of me. But, he's going to get some pass-catching work. Same with Michael Carter and maybe Ty Johnson is sprinkled in. The only thing that you can trust is a little bit of running back love, and that's it. But Zach Wilson struggles to complete passes. He's not good at throwing the ball both down the field or even shorter, and the schemes and protections are just not there. So in a matchup where the Detroit Lions are on fire, I don't know how you can have confidence with almost any of these passes. You've got to downgrade Garrett Wilson from a low-end running wide receiver 1 to a low-end wide receiver 2, high-end wide receiver 3, flex consideration. Elijah Moore falls outside of that that flex consideration now, or at least he falls into desperation flex mode and not an upside flex play. He's no longer an upside flex play. And Corey Davis is ruled out for this game, so it's just a hot mess for the Jets. And I think this could be a bad game for them as they take on Detroit in New Jersey. So, yeah, you're not doing much with Zach Wilson. Sorry, everybody. I was really hoping it would be Mike White week, but we're going to probably have to wait till week 16 to see Mike White do his thing.